Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're looking into a deeply transformative topic, the inner child. In this video, we'll explore the origins of the inner child, how it fits into IFS, and look into 4 key benefits of connecting with your inner child. I can't wait for you to hear the last one. For me, it has been a real game changer. Whether you've heard of the inner child concept before or it's brand new to you, I will break it down in a way that's easy to understand and, most importantly, practical. By the end, you'll see how working with your inner child can bring more healing, joy, connection, and health into your life. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy content about self-healing, personal growth, and internal family systems. Let's get started. First, let's clarify what we mean by inner child. The concept of the inner child was introduced by psychologist Carl Jung. He described it as an archetype representing the part of us that carries our childhood experiences, emotions, and memories. C.G. Jung said, "In every adult there lurks a child, an eternal child, something that is becoming, is never completed, and calls for unceasing care, attention, and education. That is the part of the human personality which waits to develop and become whole." Since Jung's time, the inner child concept has become a cornerstone of many therapeutic approaches, helping individuals explore how their childhood experiences shape their present emotions and behaviors. The concept of the inner child fits naturally into IFS, which sees our mind as made up of many different parts, each with its own role and perspective. What does that mean? Well, what we often think of as the inner child isn't just one single part. It's a collection of younger parts. These parts carry the emotions, needs, and wounds from different stages of our past. For example, you might have a part that feels like a scared 5-year-old, hiding and trying to avoid danger. At the same time, you could have a part that feels like an angry, rebellious 13-year-old, trying to fight back against the world. These younger parts might even disagree with each other because they developed different ways of protecting you from the same painful experiences. Some of these younger parts don't even see themselves as children anymore. They've taken on adult roles to fill the gaps left by a lack of safe, supportive adults in your life. For instance, a teenage part might act as a caretaker for a younger, more vulnerable child part, working hard to keep everything under control, even if it means ignoring its own needs. When we take the time to reconnect with and care for our inner child or children, amazing things can happen. These parts of us, which have carried so much for so long, begin to feel seen, heard, and supported. This connection doesn't just heal old wounds, it unlocks new levels of emotional resilience, joy, and health. Let's explore some of the incredible benefits of healing your inner child. The first major benefit of connecting with your inner child is the ability to heal deep emotional wounds. Many of the challenges we face as adults, whether it's anxiety, low self-esteem, or difficulty in relationships, can often be traced back to unmet needs or painful experiences from childhood. These wounds stay with us because the inner child part of us didn't get what it needed at the time. For example, love, safety, or understanding. Through inquiry and guided meditation, your true self, that core, compassionate, calm part of you, can connect with your inner child in a way that unburdens and heals those old wounds. For example, let's say your inner child feels lonely because they didn't get enough attention or affection growing up. Through our guided meditation podcasts, you can 1. Identify this part and listen to what it's feeling. 2. Show it compassion, understanding, and care. 3. Reparent your inner child by giving it what it needed back then, whether that's reassurance, comfort, or simply being seen and heard. When your inner child feels supported and safe, the pain it's been carrying can start to dissolve. This healing can reduce your pain, improve your sense of self-worth, and help you let go of patterns that no longer serve you. A second benefit of connecting with your inner child is reclaiming a sense of joy, playfulness, and creativity. When you're constantly dealing with painful emotions, trauma, anxiety, or depression, or when your body doesn't feel like a safe place, it's no surprise that the joyful side of life can feel out of reach. Living in this state often feels like being braced for impact, always on edge, waiting for the next challenge or threat. Abraham Maslow, the renowned psychologist, described how fundamental safety is to human flourishing. According to Maslow, when we feel unsafe or threatened, our entire focus shifts to survival, leaving no room for higher needs like connection, exploration, or creativity. The same applies to our internal world. If our parts are overwhelmed by fear, sadness, or unresolved pain, it becomes nearly impossible to access our joy or creative energy. When we approach our wounded parts with compassion, helping them release the burdens they've carried for so long, our body starts to feel safer. This sense of safety isn't just emotional, it's deeply physical. Our nervous system relaxes, shifting from a state of constant vigilance to one of calm and openness. This newfound safety provides the foundation we need to rediscover joy and creativity. Without the weight of survival mode, parts of us that may have been silenced or hidden, our playful, curious, or imaginative parts, can finally come forward. When joy returns, it ripples through every area of life. Playful parts that once stayed hidden begin to engage in small, everyday delights, laughing with friends, exploring new hobbies, or simply enjoying the beauty of the moment. Creativity flows more naturally, enriching not only your personal life, but also your relationships and sense of purpose. In short, healing your inner child isn't just about addressing the pain. It's about reclaiming the parts of you that bring light, laughter, and inspiration back into your world. The third benefit of connecting with your inner child is that it can profoundly improve your relationships with others and yourself. Your inner child plays a big role in how you relate to people. It influences things like how you handle conflict, how you seek or give love, how you set boundaries. For example, if your inner child learned early on that love was conditional based on performance or pleasing others, you might find yourself struggling with people-pleasing or fearing rejection as an adult. This can create relationships that are less authentic, more vulnerable, and less enjoyable. With regular connection to your parts, you can recognize these patterns and understand where they come from. You can work with your inner child to change your story. Here's what that might look like. If your inner child feels unworthy of love, yourself can reassure it that it's lovable just as it is. If your inner child fears abandonment, yourself can provide a sense of safety and consistency. As your inner child heals, you'll find it easier to build healthier, more authentic relationships. Set and maintain boundaries without guilt. Approach others with compassion instead of defensiveness. The bonus? Your relationship with yourself will also improve. By caring for your inner child, you'll develop a deeper sense of self-compassion and acceptance. The fourth incredible benefit of connecting with your inner child is achieving a more regulated nervous system. Your nervous system acts as your body's command center, influencing how you handle stress, respond to emotions, and interact with the world around you. When it's well regulated, you feel calm, grounded, and better equipped to face challenges. But if it's dysregulated, stuck in survival modes like fight, flight, freeze, flop, or fawn, you might experience chronic stress, anxiety, or depression. Many of these nervous system responses are rooted in childhood experiences. If your inner child faced moments of fear, neglect, or unpredictability, it may have developed protective patterns that keep your nervous system on high alert. These patterns can persist into adulthood, leaving you feeling stuck in reactive cycles. By working with your inner child, you can directly impact your nervous system in transformative ways. 1. Releasing unprocessed emotions. Early life experiences often leave an imprint on the nervous system. For instance, if your inner child felt unsafe in unpredictable situations, your body might remain hypervigilant as a protective mechanism. Through guided meditation, you can help your inner child release these emotional burdens, signaling to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. 2. Cultivating safety. When yourself consistently shows up for your inner child with compassion, your nervous system begins to feel supported and secure. This trust-building process helps shift your body from survival mode into a state of calm and ease. 3. Engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest system, is activated when you feel safe and nurtured. The calming act of guided meditation in itself can naturally activate this system, promoting relaxation and emotional balance. When your nervous system becomes more balanced, the effects ripple out into every aspect of your life. You'll feel more resilient. Challenges and stresses won't throw you off as easily because your body is no longer stuck in reactive patterns. Your physical health improves. Chronic stress can lead to tension, digestive issues, or other health problems. A regulated nervous system supports better overall well-being. You'll connect more deeply with others. A calm nervous system makes it easier to communicate, empathize, and build healthy relationships without reacting defensively. Now that we've talked about the benefits, you might be thinking, how do I actually connect with my inner child? Great question. This is a big topic and it deserves its own focus. To help you get started, I recommend checking out the podcasts How to Use Internal Family Systems, IFS, Parts Work, and 8 Crucial Questions for IFS Parts. They offer some really helpful step-by-step guidance. I'll also link to other useful videos in the description below to help you dive deeper. And there you have it, 4 incredible benefits to tapping into your inner child. Healing emotional wounds, reclaiming joy, strengthening relationships, and a more regulated nervous system are just the beginning of what's possible when you connect with this side of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might benefit from this message. Remember, your inner child is waiting for you with all its playfulness, capacity, and love. Until the next podcast, take care of yourself and your inner family.